All right. Yay, we made it. Happy Saturday. So good to see you both. We are moving back into this very big, long series of classes that's going to explore the entire eight-limbed path. So we did this at the beginning of the pandemic and we stepped away from it for a minute. So it seems good to come back and revisit it again. So the eight-limbed path is the main framework that we borrow from in our Western yoga practice. That is the roots of yoga philosophy, very much in its cultural upbringing. And each limb kind of dictates a different piece of being a human, going from the very outer parts of us, the very foundational parts of us, to deeper, higher aspects of ourselves. So the first limb are the yamas. The yamas translate as restraints. Things we are asked to restrain from doing as humans, kind of like a code of conduct. There's five of them. And the first one is a concept called ahimsa. And so that's what we'll be exploring in our practice today. So ahimsa means non-violence, non-harming, non-threatening. And I'll tell you all about it as we get into it. So if you've got a block, place it at the top of your mat. If you're listening to music, hit play on your playlist, and we'll start in child's pose. So child's pose, bring your feet together to touch, spread your knees open wide on your mat, walk your palms forward, and then let your forehead rest. I like to pick my forehead up and walk it just towards the top of my mat, another centimeter or two, just to add a little length. And then allow yourself to ground and breathe. We will have plenty of time to move, but we start from a space of stillness, a space of connection. And as you lean more into your breath, I invite you to consider how this concept of ahimsa shows up on your mat. So again, ahimsa means non-violence, not harming. And there are basically three different levels with which we inflict harm, with which we can be violent, in our thoughts, in our words, and in our actions. So on your mat, the likelihood of physical violence is very, very low. But it does lend itself to thinking about how you treat your body well as we move. But it's more about what's happening on the inside, the language you use as you speak to yourself, the ways that you move away from harm in terms of your own thought patterns, and the ways that you show up on your mat. That's what I invite you to consider as we move today. The antidote to violence is support, affirmation. So we'll lean into the idea of support heavily throughout our practice. Let's breathe together. Exhale all the air out. Big breath in, fill up. Big breath out, release. One more like that. Full inhale and an audible exhale. Seal your lips, begin your Ujjayi Pranayama breath. Breathe in and out of your nose. And remember that breath is a vehicle, breath is a tool. And today it's a tool of support. How can your breath support you as you move through your practice? We'll start with a simple side stretch to the right. Walk your palms off the right side of your mat. Let your head soften back and down. Maybe you bring your left ear down, just a gentle gaze to the right for a gentle neck stretch. A gentle stretch through your left side body. Let everything else stay soft, your hips, your knees really ground to your mat. Stay for an inhale and stay for an exhale. Go to the other side, crisscross your palms across your mat over towards the left side. Let everything else soften back and down. Maybe you gaze to the left for that gentle neck stretch, but you don't have to. Remember what feels good in your body, what feels like support, what feels like moving away from harm. Nice. Slowly come back to center. Press up to tabletop pose. And then in tabletop pose, invite in whatever movement here you want to on your mat. It's a freestyle opportunity. You could add in some cat and cow, some movement in your hips, your shoulders, your neck. You could twist or wrist stretch, calf stretch. We will be very leg heavy in our practice today. So lots of leg strengthening, leg movement, and then some leg stretching at the end. So you can add some calf stretches here, so that whatever feels nice in your body. Again, lean into support. What supports you as you build into your practice? And when all of those initial movements feel sufficient, push back to downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, lift your hips. In down dog, continue to move. Get some knee bends, some feet pedals, some hip wiggles, and shoulder shimmies. Allow movement in your joints to start to grow a little bit more. And then settle into your downward facing dog. Press into your palms. Lift your tailbone up. Really engage your core. Push your navel to your spine. Drop your shoulders away from your ears, up towards your shoulder blades. Stay for a breath in. And stay for a breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step your feet up behind your wrists. Grab for your opposite elbow or forearm. We can have a tendency to hold tension in our necks, so really relax your neck here. Let the crown of your head soften to your mat. Feel length on the back of your neck, especially. You can add a little movement in your neck to really relax, movement side to side in your feet, sway your upper body. If you've got a grip, switch to the other side, or take any other variations in this first forward fold you'd like to do. And then release your fingertips down. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Put a deep knee bend in, and then slowly rise up to stand. Lengthen your legs, lengthen your spine, reach through the crown of your head. Big shoulder rolls at the top. Whatever other motions you need here. And then Samastitihi, standing at attention pose. Press your thumbs to your heart and blink your eyes closed. We lean into our practice today, the start of a journey of enlightenment and a journey towards bliss. That is the ultimate apex of the eight-limbed path. But that journey starts from a very practical space. Don't cause harm. Don't be violent. So how can you lean into the energy of that practice in our 60 minutes together? Whatever your intention is, we'll send it out with our unified breath. Exhale all the air from your lungs. Big breath in, fill up. And big open mouth exhale, let it go. Seal your lips, inhale through your nose. And through your nose, breathe out. Blink your eyes open, palms to your side, sun salutation A. Inhale, mountain pose, lift and reach through your fingertips. As you exhale, open twist to the right. Reach your left fingertips forward, your right fingertips back. To lean into support today, press your right palm to your low back and feel a little lift and length in your low back to help you twist your upper torso open. Inhale, mountain pose, reach forward, reach high. Exhale, twist to the left, right arm forward, left arm back. This first one, add that extra support. Push your left palm to your low back. Feel how that helps drop your shoulders down as you open through your upper torso. And inhale, mountain pose, reach high. Exhale, baby back bend. Cactus your arms, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Little baby one to start. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down your back. Push your sternum up as you press your hips forward. Inhale, mountain pose, reach high. Exhale, forward fold, glide on down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, create a nice long spine. Exhale, high to low plank, plant your palms, step back, bend your elbows halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift through your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift through your hips. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Let's flow that now. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step floater, jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, root through your feet, lengthen and rise. Exhale, twist to the right, left palm to the front, keep your hips square to the front. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left, keep it broaden through your upper torso. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. Maybe it gets a little deeper this time. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, glide on down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, or you could skip that or hold high plank instead. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Let's do it all one more time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step floater, jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, feel that length. Exhale, forward fold, hinge down. Inhale, mountain pose, really lengthen, reach to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right, full breath to twist, outstretch your arms. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist to the left, feel your navel push to your spine. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend, feel your chest lift, your gaze lift. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, glide on down, my friends. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. You do your version, support your body. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. As we move next into our Sun B, the most important thing to pay attention to is at some point in the flow, we'll switch from the right leg to the left leg to add a little bit more support by spending a little bit of time on both feet. So just pay attention to which foot that you're on. Everybody breathe in. Everybody breathe out. And inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot between your palms. Bring your left knee to the mat. Inhale, crescent moon, drop to your knee, lift your chest. As you breathe out, we'll hold this first one. You got all sorts of options. You could interlace your fingers, bring them onto your front thigh. You could go for a half splits. You could do a little side bend over towards the right. We'll do a back bend variation together, but really any variation here that helps you lean into this first lunging posture is good. And then rise back to your crescent moon, palms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, devotional crescent moon. Cactus your arms, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Once again, drop your shoulder blades together and down your back. Push into your lunging legs as you feel your sternum bone lift. And then curl your back toes under. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lengthen your spine. Lift off your left knee. Reach to the sky and breathe. Now you're in your standing lunging legs. So feel your shoulders stack above your hips as you lift the back of your left thigh. Push into your right heel. Take a breath in. Exhale, double lunge. Bring your thumbs to heart center and hover your left knee just off of your mat. Really lengthen through the front of your left hip as you engage the front of your right. Keep your hips level and square. Lift your chest to your thumb. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Push forward onto your right foot. Reach your palms to the sky and breathe. First time in one-legged mountain, first time standing on one foot. So take a moment to find your stability, shift your gaze to a focus, and keep your core nice and strong. Big breath in. Exhale, figure four. Cross your left ankle on top of your right leg. Sink your hips low. Bring your thumbs to heart center. The goal with figure four is two main things. One, actively push your left knee parallel to the mat. Two, keep your spine long. So if your tailbone points back, hinge your chest forward. If your tailbone points down, lift your chest up. And stay low in your stance. Inhale, chair pose. Unhook your legs, bend your knees, reach your arms high, and breathe. Take a moment to settle into your chair. Push your weight to the backs of your feet. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Here's that change. Breathe in. Exhale, crescent plane on the left. Kick your right foot to the back of your mat. Lunge into your left leg and hinge your chest forward. So now your left foot is at the front. Your power is in your left leg. Pivot your left hip crease a little bit back. Broaden through your chest. Inhale, warrior two. Ground your right foot down at the back of your mat. Reach your arms open wide and breathe. Drop your shoulders down. Lift your chest above your hips and feel your left knee point straight to the front. Big inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach your left arm forward and down and your right arm up high. Make that connection between your left arm and your left thigh to rotate your chest open. Rather than rounding down, lengthen through your spine and lift your gaze. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in your left knee. Exhale, high to low plank. Travel towards your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do all that on the other side. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through to your palms. Inhale, crescent moon, drop down to your right knee, lift your chest, reach high and breathe. Something similar to the first lunge on the other side. So interlace your fingers and hinge forward. Find some side stretching, some half splits, just a little motion. Whatever would feel good as you get support into your lunging left leg. And then palms go up to the sky, breathe in crescent moon. Exhale, devotional crescent moon. Cactus your arms, lift your chest, lift your gaze. There can be a tendency to come out of your lunge as you do this. So really push your hips forward. You'll get a deeper stretch across the front of your right hip. Curl your back toes under. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lengthen your spine. Lift off your right knee and breathe. Push into your lunging leg. Pivot your left hip crease back. Tuck your tailbone under. Breathe in. Exhale, double lunge. Press your thumbs to heart center. Hover your right knee off the mat and breathe. The goal is 90-degree bend in both knees. Hips are level and square. Your chest is nice and lifted. That's it. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Push forward onto your left foot. Bend your right knee high and breathe here. Take a moment to really flex your left quadricep and strengthen your standing leg. Level your hips, active in your right hip flexor. Big breath in. Exhale, figure four. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Sink your hips low. Hold this first figure four on the left. Remember, a little wobbling's okay. I'm wobbling all over the place this morning. The goal is to press your right knee towards the mat to get the hip opening stretch while keeping your spine long in a low chair pose stance. That is it. Stay low. Inhale, chair pose. Both feet to the mat, arms high, switching legs. Exhale, crescent plane on the right. Step your left foot back, bend your right knee. Hold here. Make sure you got your right foot forward, your left foot back. Lift your palms higher than your hips. Broaden your collarbones forward. Inhale, warrior two, ground your back foot down, arms open wide and breathe. First warrior on this side, so feel the power in your legs underneath you. Really charge to the knife edge of your back foot. Lift your chest nice and high. Big inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach your right arm forward and down and your left arm up. Lengthen your side bodies. Open your torso and then lift through your gaze. Inhale, reverse warrior, flip your right palm to the sky. Exhale, high to low plank. Power through that with your breath. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Let's do it all breath to movement. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step your foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent moon, drop down to your left knee. Exhale, devote, cactus your arms, lift your chest. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise to stand. Exhale, double lunge, hover your left knee off your mat. Inhale, one-legged mountain, push your left knee forward and up. Exhale, figure four, cross your left ankle over your right leg. Inhale, chair pose, stay low in your stance. Exhale, crescent plane on the left, step your right foot back. Inhale, warrior two, lift your shoulders above your hips. Exhale, extended side angle, nice long side body. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up, look up. Exhale, high to low plank, travel towards your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, kick your left toes up. Exhale, low lunge, plant it between your hands. Inhale, crescent moon, drop to your right knee. Exhale, devote, big open heart space. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach up, rise up. Exhale, double lunge, lower and hover. Inhale, one-legged mountain, press up and forward. Exhale, figure four, sink low, low, low. Inhale, chair, sit low, reach high. Exhale, crescent plane on the right, step your left foot back. Inhale, warrior two, arms open wide. Exhale, extended side angle, keep breathing. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up, look up. Exhale, high to low plank, power through with breath. Inhale, up dog, you're amazing. Exhale, down dog, lift your hips. Take a breath in and take a breath out. We're gonna add on just a little bit. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent moon, last kneeling lunge on this side. Exhale, devote. Maybe you go a little higher with your heart. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise to stand. Exhale, double lunge, lower and hover. Listen. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose, rise on up. Exhale, back to double lunge, thumbs to heart, sit back, lower and hover. 2 more times. Inhale, one-legged mountain, take your time. Exhale, double lunge, big step back and hover. Last one, inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, double lunge. This time we move on. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, figure 4. Right ankle, left ankle to your right leg, sink low. We'll hold. I'll offer up a twist variation. So you could either do prayer twist, your left elbow comes to your left pad of your foot, or you could do open arms. So your wrist or your forearm comes to the pad of your left foot as you twist your chest open. Remember, the goal is nice long spine. Hips stay level and low. It's okay to wobble. We don't have to stick a landing. We're not Simone Biles. I may have been watching too much Olympics. So there's gonna be a lot of Olympics references. You're here for 3. Step it down to chair in 2. And 1. Step it down to chair pose, feet to the mat, reach high, take a breath in. Exhale, full airplane on the left. Stand on your left foot. Kick your right foot up to the back of your mat. Broaden your chest forward and airplane your arms. Feel that up dog in your chest, add a little lift to your flight. Dial your right hip down, super straight and strong in your standing leg. That is it, you're here for 3. You'll land in warrior 2 in 2. And 1, warrior 2, land your right foot, arms open wide, big breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Now listen, inhale to prepare. Exhale, half moon pose. Push forward onto your left foot. Kick your right foot up. If you've got a block, I highly encourage you to use it underneath your left palm to lean into support. Even if you like to float and hover, what is it like to add a little support to your practice today in a way that feels like moving away from harm, moving away from violence? Here for 3. Reverse warrior, land it all in 2. And 1, way to go, nice job. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, keep breathing. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do the last side. Inhale, kick your left toes to the sky. Exhale, low lunge, bring it through. Inhale, crescent moon. Last time, stay here for it. Exhale, devote. 1 more time. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise to stand. Exhale, double lunge, lower and hover. Now we do those movements. Inhale, one-legged mountain, right knee all the way up. Exhale, double lunge, right knee all the way back and hover. 2 more. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, double lunge. Last one. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, double lunge. Moving on. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, figure 4. Right ankle over left thigh this time. Sink low, low, low. Same option for that prayer twist or open arm twist variation. Remember, are you breathing? What are you looking at to help you stay stable? And what's going through your brain? Practicing ahimsa at the level of your thoughts is something you can engage right here. For 3, chair in 2, and 1. Chair, both feet down, arms high, breathe in. Exhale, right side airplane. Stand on your right foot, kick your left foot up and back, Cover your chest, broaden it forward. Remember, lots of time in these deeper postures, so you don't have to hit it right away. You can take your time to move into it, to find your full depth. Beautiful focus, my friends. Here, 3. Warrior 2 in 2. And 1. We're almost there. Warrior 2, land it down. Take a big breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, half moon. Again, lots more than one breath to get there, but can you use your block to support you? Put your right palm on it. Open through your chest. Lengthen through your side bodies. Lengthen through your limbs. Feel your left hip lift over your right. We could slide you between a pane of 2 panes of glass. That's how vertical you are on your mat. Yes, here 3. Reverse warrior in 2. And 1. Reverse warrior, land it down, right arm high, breathe in. Exhale, high to low plank, move through it with breath. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Open mouth exhale. 1 more of those. Full breath in. Dramatic breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step all the way through. Come down to a seat. I made myself sweat quite a bit doing that. So I hope you feel warmed up, powered, heated in our yoga practice. We're going to come back at our second half and we're going to play a little bit with the rights and lefts piece again and do a decent amount of stretching as well before we end. But before we all do that, let's do some core. So have a sip of water if you'd like. Meet me on your back. Core today, we're going to start in legs up the wall. So feet push straight up to the ceiling. Can bend your knees, but flex your toes towards your face. Interlace your hands behind your head, legs up the wall crunches. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift your chest. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift you up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift you up. I put a pretty good bend in my knees because that's what my hamstrings need. But wherever you are, actively push your heels up towards the ceiling while keeping your low back firmly pressed to the mat. Exhales lift you up, inhales lower you down. Exhales lift you up, inhales lower you down. Here's a fun thing to consider. How do you practice non-violence during core? It's all about your breath. Pay attention to your breath, lean into your breath. Exhales as you lift, exhales as you lift. Here, 4, 3, add a pulse in 2, and 1. Tiny pulses, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Option, extend your fingertips up towards your ankles. Shoulder blades off the mat, gaze at the ceiling for 4, 3, hold it high in 2, and 1. Lift and hold for 4, a little bit higher for 3, climb your rope in 2, last 1, climb your rope. Opposite hand, opposite foot, reach, reach. Twist, twist, side to side. Repress your low back to the mat. Keep your shoulder blades up the entire time. And can you re-engage your legs up the wall legs and push them up a little bit more to the sky? That's it. Exhale. Exhale. Here, 4, 3, bicycle twists in 2. Last 1, bicycle twist. Twist to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Twist, center, other side, center, or twist, 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 twist. You've got 3 different speeds you could do your bicycle twist. Which one feels best in your body? Which one do you most engage with today that feels like support? Remember, support doesn't necessarily mean leaving the challenge. Support means how do you practice that sense of affirmation during the challenge? Here for 4, 3, pulse to the right in 2, and 1, pulse to the right for 4, 3, pulse to the left in 2, and 1. This is it, just 4. Keep pulsing. 3, long body stretch in 2, and 1. Long body stretch, arms long, legs long. Amazing job. Take a big breath in, and take a big breath out. Hug your knees into your chest. You can start to rock a little side to side. Some figure eight motions along your low back might feel good. And then begin to rock forwards and backwards until you travel the full length of your spine and gain some momentum to come up to a seat. You could come all the way through to a tabletop and do some cat cow. You could do a high to low plank and hold your up dog. Stop for a drink of water. You got a couple breaths to do whatever you need here. And then we'll meet back together for our second half. Nicely done. As you come back to your downward facing dog, re-engage that Ujjayi breath, powerful inhales through your nose and exhales through your nose. Again, everybody breathe in. Everybody breathe out. Let's do some balancing. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step floater, jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, root through your feet, lengthen, rise all the way up. Exhale, Thamastitihi, thumbs to heart center, tree pose, standing on your left foot. So left foot stays on the mat, bend your right knee, open it to the side, and then you can plant your right foot to the inside of your left leg, anywhere other than your left knee. Thumbs to heart center, keep your left side body stacked by really pushing your leg into your foot. There's lots of variations, right? You could take a tree variation. You could play with movement in your spine, shifting in your gaze. And you're welcome to continue to hang out in tree. If you want to add a little bit more challenge, we'll transition to big toe. Point your right knee forward, left hand to hip. You can bring your right hand to your shin or all the way forward to your foot or your toe. If you're grabbing your foot, you can kick it forward. Once you have it kicked forward, you can open it to the side. All of those things are options. None of those things are options. Remember, you're meeting yourself where you're at on your mat today, where you want to find depth, find that edge between support and challenge. Wherever you are, you're here for 3. Back to one-legged mountain pose in 2. And 1, one-legged mountain, right knee forward, arms to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, chair plane, both feet down, hinge your fingertips back. Standing on your other leg, inhale, one-legged mountain pose, right foot down, left knee high. Take a moment to breathe, just to find some stability on this side. Navel to spine, super strong core. Now this is gonna be fun. Take a breath in. Exhale, curtsy chair. Step your left foot behind your right in a little curtsy stance. Hinge from your hips and airplane your arms back. Actively squeeze your inner thighs together. Keep a long diagonal spine. Then inhale back through one-legged mountain pose. Exhale, thumbs to heart center, eagle legs. Left leg over right. You could bring your left big toe down in a little kickstand, work to lift it, help to get your hips level and square to the front of the mat. Now we're gonna do all that with breath. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Exhale, curtsy chair, left thigh behind your right, sink low. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Exhale, eagle legs, left leg over right. Activate your inner thighs. One more time, inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, curtsy chair, step it back and over. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, eagle legs. This time add the eagle arms. If your left leg goes over, your left arm goes under. Once you've got your variations, remember you can always grab your other shoulder too. Sink a little lower. Keep your chest lifted, hips square. If you want to fly your eagle, you can round your spine, carve out your belly, bring your elbows towards your knees. Let your gaze shift as you lower down. And then from full eagle, your release will be eagle armed airplane. Unravel just your legs, kick your left foot back as you hinge your chest forward. Lengthen your spine and your fingertips to the top of your mat. And then your release from here is standing splits. Unravel your arms, bring your fingertips to the ground or your block. Lengthen through your standing leg. Point your left toes. Maybe your left toes start to go up towards the ceiling above you. Let your chest fall towards your right thigh. One more big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Feet hip width distance, forward fold of your choice. You could grab your big toes and curl down towards them. You could stand on your palms. If you prefer a rag doll or a couple of L hops towards a handstand. You could also bend your knees and do like a yogi squat or a crow pose if you prefer. Basically, a couple breaths here. And at the next little interlude, like this, to do what you want. But keep breathing and keep finding support, moving away from harm in your own language to yourself in your practice. Forward folds, release any grip that you have. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Let's do the other side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, root through your feet, rise all the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi, thumbs to heart center. Tree pose, standing on your right foot. So bend your left knee, open it to the side. And it could be different from the other side, but find some spot for your left foot to push into your right leg. Thumbs to heart center, enjoy a couple breaths in tree with any variations you might want to try. And then after that, if you want to transition to big toe, point your left knee forward, right hand to hip, you can grab for your shin or grab for your toe. If you're grabbing your toe, kick it forward. Either variation, you can keep your knee forward or open to the side. Knee open to the side, option to reach your fingertips the opposite direction. Super strong standing leg. It's the last time you're going to be standing on your right foot, just your right foot. So lean into that support. For 3, one-legged mountain in 2, and 1, one-legged mountain, left knee forward and high, big breath in. Exhale, chair plane, both feet down, airplane your arms. Right leg up, inhale, one-legged mountain. Now you're on your left foot, right knee high. And as you exhale, curtsy chair. Step your right foot over to the left and back. Sit low, airplane your arms. Again, the goal here is your inner thighs. They're super active in both of these two postures, your curtsy chair and your eagle. So really squeeze your legs together. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, eagle legs. Right leg over left, thumbs to heart center. Squeeze your inner thighs again. Level and square your hips. Remember, your right toe is a nice kickstand if you want it. Let's do it with breath. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, curtsy chair, right foot over and back. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, eagle legs, thumbs to heart center for stability. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, final curtsy chair, sink down low. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, eagle legs, and then eagle arms. Right arm under left arm, palms together to touch, or grab opposite shoulder. Squeeze your legs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your legs. That's the name of the game for this little section of our class. Chest stays lifted for a breath or two. And then if you flew on the other side, round your spine forward and down. Let your gaze travel with you. Gaze, an important part of support, right? What are you looking at? Make it intentional. Amazing. Release eagle-armed airplane. Unravel just your legs. Kick your right foot back. Really straighten both legs. Push your chest and your fingertips forward to add length in your upper body. And then release to standing splits. Unravel your arms. Bring your fingertips to the mat. Point your right toes back. Maybe they start to go up a little bit more to the sky above you. Spine stays long. Chest starts to fold down. Amazing job, my friends. This is not easy and you're doing great. Take a big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Feet hip width distance. One more time for movement of your choice here. You can stay in your forward fold. As I mentioned, maybe a yogi squat or a crow or a handstand. All those can be great options as well. You're not going to make a wrong choice. So really invite yourself to lean into support. How do you find support on your mat? How do you actively practice ahimsa right here, right now? Not just as a concept that sounds good out in the world around us, but in our own living bodies in every moment of our day. Amazing work. Come back to forward fold if you're not there. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, high to low plank. It's the last time I'll cue you through that today. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Everybody breathe in and everybody breathe out. We got one final standing series. Inhale, kick your right toes high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Just a little counter movement, all that closed body stuff we just did. You could stay here or flip your posture. Stamp your right foot down. Extend your right palm forward as you push into your left palm. And then back to your three-legged dog, palms down, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Bring your left heel down fully to the mat, square your hips, lift your chest, and breathe. Most important thing with warrior one is that both feet are flat and your hips are working towards square to the front of your mat with a nice long spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, open twist. Left fingertips forward, right arms back, and then exalted warrior. Drop your right palm down the back of your left thigh. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Lift your gaze and breathe. This, my friends, is the posture that I believe symbolizes the eight-limbed path. You start at the bottom, the foundation under your feet that builds a strong space for you to lift, strengthen, and then open and reach far beyond you. That's what we will explore over these 8 limbs together. Big breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Arms open wide, widen your stance as you need. Inhale, star pose, make a turn to the side. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Parallel your feet, bring your arms to a T and hinge from your hips. You got a couple breaths here in wide leg forward fold on both sides. So you can stay in your fold, or you can add some variety as you please. But the most important thing is really not the shape you're making, but your presence during it. Nobody wins at yoga. Again, Olympic references are going to come into play. Like if you add flair, your difficulty rating doesn't go up. You know, if that's where you're at in your practice, to increase challenge, to increase strength, great. But that isn't an ultimate goal of what we're doing here. From your wide leg forward fold, come to a halfway lift, palms under your shoulders. Get a breath in to feel some length. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat, bend your right knee. And then come down to tabletop pose, both knees to the mat. We'll set up cow face legs, right side first. So bring your right knee in front of your left, open your feet wide and come back and have a seat between them. So cow face legs means that you're making cow lips with your knees. So the goal is to stack your right knee over your left. They might be a little off to the side like mine, that's fine. Could always stick a block wedge there to feel more grounded. Long spine as much as you can, thumbs to heart center, take a breath in. Exhale, prayer twist. Bring your left elbow on top of your right thigh and your twist over to the right. Remember, spine stay long. As you breathe in, add some length. And as you breathe out, open through your chest. Again, inhales, add length. Exhales, add twist. One more time, breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out to twist. Slowly back to center. Basically unwind the way you came in. Walk your palms forward, uncross your legs. You can find some movement in your feet, some wiggle in your hips, just to get the juices flowing again. And then push back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, everybody breathe in. Everybody breathe out. Final side standing. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Find some movement here, or flip your posture, stamp your left foot down, push your hip points up, ground into your right palm as you reach behind you. And then back through three-legged dog, palms down, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot through. Inhale, warrior one. Final standing postures. Push into your feet, lift your chest, reach your arms high, and breathe. Feel your tailbone tuck. Drop your shoulders down your back. Your core stays engaged to help you with this twist we're about to do. Navel to spine, take a breath in. Exhale, open twist to the left, right fingertips forward, and then inhale, exalted warrior. Drop your left arm down, reach your right arm up. Breathe and hold, my friends. Open heart space, open throat. Powerful physical body that has been energetically charged for the last 45, 47 minutes. So feel all of that presence and where that is taking you today. Big inhale. Exhale, warrior two, arms open wide. Beautiful job. Inhale, star, make that turn. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Point your toes and then fold down towards your mat. Again, couple breaths on this side to do your thing. I like a prone frog where you come down to your knees. Skandasana would be a great addition to our sequence today if you want to do a Skandasana. If you are an upside down yogi, this is a good chance for that as well. You're already upside down in wide leg forward fold PS, but if you want to go upside down with your feet off the mat, you could do that here as well. Again, nobody's getting difficulty points added to their score for flair. So if that isn't your practice, that's fine. It's not my practice. But for some people, it's super meaningful. And so lean into the meaning, whatever it might be for you. Lovely job. Forward fold if you're not there. Bring your fingertips under your shoulders. Add a little half lift to feel some length in your spine. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Walk your fingertips to the top. Come down to tabletop pose, knees to the mat. And this time, bring your left knee in front of your right knee. Open your feet so you could come back and have a seat between them. The goal, again, is knees stacked, your feet back by your hips. Mine don't quite get there, so I'm going to add this block just to add a little bit of stability to my lower body. Thumbs to heart, take a big breath in. Exhale, twist over to the left. Right elbow on top of your left leg. 3 breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take your time. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Slowly back through center. This time, just simply unravel your legs and lengthen them out in front of you. You can get a little shake to help feel a little bit more back to normal. You can get your sit bones right underneath you. Arms to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, seated forward fold. Hinge forward. Bring your palms to the soles of your feet. Let your chest fall down towards your knees. 3 more breaths here. Breathe in to lengthen. And breathe out to fold. Again, inhales, add length. Exhales, add fold. One more time, full breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale, rise back up. And then as you exhale, come all the way down to your back. You may want to bring your block with you on the way down just to have it there as a support mechanism if you'd like it. When you get to your back, set up bridge pose. We're going to do this twice. You can do one bridge and one wheel, two bridges, or just one long supported bridge. Either way, any of those options, feet underneath your knees, hip width distance. Bridge pose first. Put your palms beside you. Inhale, bridge. Lift your hip points up. Draw your chest towards your chin. Press your chin away from your chest. If you want a supported bridge here, find your block and slide it at any of its heights underneath your low back and just hang out. Active bridges, continue pressing your hips up, engage your inner thighs, stay for one more inhale. Exhale, active bridges, slowly lower. Supported bridges, you can stay if you'd like. Broken bridge, bring your knees together to touch, your feet to the edges of your mat. Your hands could come to your body somewhere if that feels grounding. And then just enjoy a breath or two. And then we'll set up the second one. You can do a second bridge, hang out in supported bridge, or full wheel. For full wheel bridges, you know what to do. Full wheel, press your palms down by your ears, point your elbows straight up, your fingertips back towards your shoulders. Inhale, lift your hips like you would in bridge. As you exhale, push into your palms to lift and lengthen your arms up away from the mat. Let your gaze drop upside down beyond the front of your mat. Drop your shoulders away from your ears or shrug them up away from your ears in this variation. Press your hip points up, up, up. That is it. One more inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, back of head down first, spine, Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together to touch, knees open wide. Your hands can come to your hip creases, your heart and your belly, or palms face up next to you. Whew. We've done good, my friends. Remember, part of Ahimsa is affirmation. So affirm yourself right now. Tell yourself some awesome things because you are an awesome person. You are welcome to stay here a little bit longer if it pleases you. Otherwise, gently guide your knees together to touch, legs up the wall pose. No crunches this time unless you're feeling really, really feisty. Just good old fashioned legs up the wall. Push your heels up to the ceiling. You could slide your block under your low back for this one as well. Take some of the strain out of your legs, may add some length to them too. Your palms could come to your sides. You could rest your palms on you. I like to bring my hands to my thighs. Just feels most comfortable. And again, you could stay here for the remainder of our time. If you want a little bit more movement, plow pose. For plow pose, lift your hips, press your palms to your low back, and guide your toes down towards the ground beyond the crown of your head. They may actually touch the ground, they may not. It's fine either way, but keep pushing your palms to your low back if your feet are dangling in the air. If your toes have some weight on them on the ground, you could do a chest expansion grip on your mat. The back of your neck is the base of your posture. So really feel the support of that in this pose. And then from plow pose, shoulder stand. Everyone pre-press your palms to your low back, point your toes and work to guide your toes straight up above your hips. And then can you lift your hips straight up above your shoulders so your body is one long line from your shoulders all the way through your toes. Yeah, that's it. Take one more breath in, get even longer. Exhale, ear pinning pose. Bend your knees towards your temples. And then wherever you might be, we'll meet in happy baby. If your block is on your mat, move it first. Roll your full spine down, grab for your knees, your shins, your feet, and then do what happy babies do. Just rock side to side. Let it feel nice, like a little release. And then we end, my friends, with a supine twist. Hug your knees into your chest. Extend your left leg long, keep your right knee in. With your left palm, guide your right knee over. Extend your right palm open next to you. Your gaze can go towards the right as you twist over to the left, or it can go more up. The purpose is to be effortless. So we've already twisted a ton, so you don't need to exert here. Can you actually do the opposite? Try to, what's the opposite of exert? Be still, unexert, be lazy? I don't know. Um, but allow yourself to really start to soften and let go. And then gently come back to center. Give your knee a squeeze before you switch to the other side. Right leg long, left knee in. And guide your left knee across your body. Extend your left arm open next to you. Gentle twist. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Amazing job, my friend. Slowly bring your knee back into your chest. Bring your right knee to meet it. Hug yourself into a tiny little ball, chin to chest, forehead to knees. Enjoy a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, corpse pose, Shavasana. Extend your legs long, let your feet flop open to the sides, palms beside you face up. Just relax and enjoy. Let go a little bit here. I will guide you out. We got lots of time. This is an ultimate support in your practice, taking the time to just be and breathe. So really lean into that today in the name of Ahimsa. Enjoy. The reason I think it's important to focus on Ahimsa on our mat is I know that for me, I think one of the ways that I express violence most is in how I talk to myself. And some of the things I say to myself, I would never say to another human. And that's the root of where we start any interaction, is how we treat ourselves. So the hope is that when we practice it here, we practice it much more fully as we leave our mats. So as you're ready to begin that journey, my friends, just start with little wiggles and more capture of your breath. Wiggles go bigger, grow bigger. Breath, oh my goodness, breath grows louder until you're ready for a long body stretch. Arms behind you, toes in front of you. Once you get there, nice big inhales, my friends. Nice big exhales too. Hug your knees to your chest. Roll to either side to little fetal pose. And then from that fetal pose, push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. Root under your sit bones, reach through the crown of your head, and bring your thumbs to heart center one more time. Take a moment to acknowledge the journey, this 8-limb journey. We've all been on a yoga journey for a while now, but we're coming back to step one and embracing the opportunity to learn and grow from a foundational space once more. And then bring your thumbs to your third eye, space between your eyebrows, where we acknowledge the importance of this journey, that it brings us into the highest versions of ourselves, both on this day and who we're becoming in the future. So grateful we get to practice together. Bowing forward, we seal it. Peace.